we actually built the character together. I think Roy will agree with that. We'd start talking about it, and then all of a sudden, one of us would say, "Oh, but that's not right. We should do this," and it just grew and grew and grew.
I do have very specific memories about how we saw the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movie, the first one that he did a few years back. And at Christmas time, I was back home visiting, and we saw that movie together. And we left, and Mom was saying we should write a character like that who can do like that. And by that, I think she was talking about the classic mystery detective who can walk into a room and sees and observes things that no one else can, and through their powers of observation and deduction. And I was a longtime Sherlock Holmes fan, so that really sounded great to me. I thought it'd be fun to create a character like that, but I wanted to give our character a reason, a unique reason for being able to have these powers of observation and deduction and everything. And that's where the idea of someone who had been blind for the first 20 years of her life, who gets the gift of sight thanks to a revolutionary surgical procedure, and she can use all the things that she used in the first 20 years of her life, as far as the way blind people use the sense of hearing and smell and touch and everything to kind of compensate for the fact that they don't have sight. And so she walks into a crime scene, and she uses all these things that she developed in the first 20 years of her life. But also, she doesn't take things for granted because that she sees, because it's all new to her. And so she's very observant there too about the things she sees. And so we get that kind of classic detective in a way that we hope would be kind of a new and unique.
On Flashback, it was I like I like the animals. I'm sorry. I'm very fond of animals, and in this particular one, we not only had a really weird dog in it, uh, and but the dog was taking care of seals on this island, and so we actually blended I thought with the warmth and the love that we both have for animals, with these horrible death scenes and everything like that would automatically someone would expect, but I thought that it was tempered by those cute little seals.
There are two young women. Kendra's pulled into this case when it comes to her attention that two young women have been investigating the murder of their mother from 15 years before. She was the victim of a serial killer. And these two young women, now in their 20s, are suddenly in the midst of their own investigation, go missing. And so Kendra goes and searches for them, and follow, and in doing so, follows the trail that these young women were doing for this, to find this serial killer, who it seems is now picking this time to strike again after many years. And so there's elements of a cold case, but actually it's a very, very hot case with these women and the murder seeming to have returned.
And the animals. I like the animals too on it too.